I want to die. It's been a while since I recorded my face. You're gonna notice that all the audio in this video is dog shit because I don't know what the fuck is up with my mic, but it didn't work, and there's so much recording, and I just don't feel like doing it again. So I'm shooting myself after I edit this. Let's just go to the intro, goddammit.
So back in April, I decided to start jotting down every movie that I watched, whether it be new, old, whether I've seen it before, whether I haven't seen it before. Just writing it down and then deciding that at the end of the month or whenever I decide to see fit, I would talk about all those movies. This whole concept was inspired by this guy. He does it way better on his channel. Go subscribe to him. But this month, I watched a shit ton of movies. I think 13. So you're in for quite the video. I can't really show like footage even from the trailers because copyright. I tried to work around it last video, but it didn't work. Anyways. That's why I think I'm going to be showing stills and images and stuff. Whatever, I don't know why I'm explaining myself. Enough explanation. I got a lot of movies to talk about. These aren't full reviews of said movies. These are just me talking about the movie, you know? So, let's just talk about some movies, man. Jurassic World Dominion. Fun fact, I thought this was Jurassic World Domination. During the whole like marketing and before, even while I was watching the movie, I could have swore it was Domination. I just wasn't looking at the movie, right? And I didn't realize that until I was making the thumbnail and it like auto corrected on Google. I was like, what the fuck? What? Why is it? What Dominion? Did they do that just to have the Minion joke? Domination is also a dumb name, but like I didn't think much of it. Anyways, let's talk about the actual movie. I haven't seen the only Jurassic movies I seen were the original Jurassic Park, forever ago. I think a bit of Lost World, and then I saw Jurassic World when it first came out in 2015. I didn't see Fallen Kingdom. I heard it sucked. I really liked Jurassic World. It's also been years since I've seen it. And then this movie, I really liked this movie. Apparently, fans hate it. I don't know. I don't really see a lot of opinions on it. I didn't watch it. I liked the movie. I liked how it was literally split down the middle. And I think this is kind of smart for like these like reunion movies to do, where it's like the old characters coming back. Because we basically had the movie with the new cast, all like action-packed and crazy and thrilling and motorcycle jumps and plane crash. And then with the new cast, it was like, they gotta go through the lab. They gotta get the sample. They gotta not get caught. You know? I'm not saying that the old people can't do the stuff that the new people are doing, but it's obvious that like the two movie franchises are different. Jurassic World is more action-packed. And from what I remember, Jurassic Park was kind of slower, you know? But I don't know. Like I just thought it was neat how at the beginning I was like, this is very disorientating. Like I'm basically watching two separate movies. And I was, and then they came together, and the whole scene, like when they first meet up and they're like going through together, I fucking loved that shit. I don't know. It was a fun movie to me. Like I was never disengaged. I was never like, that's stupid. Why are they doing that? The British girl was kind of annoying, but not as annoying as most like little girls like that in movies and stuff are. You know, I think I just have a problem with young girls in movies. I don't know. Yeah, it was a perfectly fine movie for a guy who hasn't seen anything. I followed perfectly fine enough. Apparently in Fallen Kingdom, everybody got really annoyed with the clone stuff, and in this movie, for the first being like that being my first like instance, I was like, wow, that is weird, but okay. They kind of ignored it. Like they didn't keep bringing it up, so I guess I just kind of forgot about it. So that was kind of good on the movie's end. I don't know. It was a fun movie to watch, and yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I think that I'm kind of happy that I was in the small minority of people who like this movie. That's My Boy, starring Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg. What is this movie, man? I think like a lot of people actually comment below if you also have this predicament of on TikTok, the opening of this movie is just plastered everywhere. And I don't mean ever, I don't see it as much anymore, but like it used to be like in clips, or they would like set it up like it's a short film. You know the beginning where he's like first banging his teacher? Yeah, so I was like, I need to know this movie. And I was like, that's my boy. That's a very familiar sounding movie. And it's an Adam Sandler movie. It's what I call a hick movie. You turn your brain off with it. One of those. There's a lot of movies where you just turn your brain off. But this is what, like I said, I call it a hick movie. It's like, it's just dumb, stupid, raunchy comedy. A drunk man's comedy, if you will. Like, you get drunk to this. It's one of those that, like, if you're at a family, like, party, like, where all the, like, you're a young kid and all the adults are just getting drunk and you're at some random family member's house and you're just sitting on the couch and you're just, like, maybe playing on your, like, I don't know, I used to play on, like, my DS, but, like, I guess now kids are playing on their phones. And, like, this is what's on the living room TV with, like, subtitles but no audio, you know? That's a hick movie. It's stupid funny. Like, I was like, okay. And then other parts I'm like, I see what, like, how the tissue, like, the masturbating jokes, it's like, oh, that's cool. He wants to bang the grandma. It's funny. Adam Sandler. If I heard it, I could do a better impression. It's a shit movie, yeah, but like I said, it's a hick movie. It's not supposed to be good. It's fine, I guess. I don't know how to talk about movies like this. It was perfectly serviceable. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking about whether or not I recommend it. I'd recommend it if you're drunk, or in that instance, like I said before. So, crap. Yeah, I'm supposed to recommend these movies or not. Forgot to add that in the beginning too. Wouldn't recommend, I guess. I don't know. Oh my god, Big Time Adolescence. I thought this was a stupid. This and King of Staten Island are always confused with each other because it's just Pete Davidson, you know, being Pete Davidson. But like Big Time Adolescence, I really thought was also kind of just a raunchy comedy, you know, hick movie. But oh my god, I literally love this film. I watched it twice this month. I was debating about putting it on the list later on and then just talking about it again in the same video, but nah. I watched it twice this month. Twice. One at the beginning of the month and then one at the end of the month because of how much I loved it. Like, this is such a good movie, one of those thought-provoking films. Like I said, I really thought this was going to be a hick movie. It was like, or like, they call it a stoner comedy. You're going to see a theme in this month. But anyways, yeah, dude, I was like, whoa. Well, like, that's all I can say about this is, whoa, that was, like, actually a compelling story that, like, felt real. I don't just mean, like, oh, like, I could see that happening. No, it just felt real. Like, the ending was, like, an actual ending. You know, he didn't get with the girl. He didn't stay in the school. It was like, holy crap. Pete Davidson actually does a really good performance in this. Like, I always thought, oh, it's just Pete Davidson being Pete Davidson. But then I watched, like, some other Pete Davidson stuff. I'm like, oh, he's acting, like, really good in this. Like, I'm going to compare this to King of Staten Island. Like I said, I always confuse these two movies because, like, just previews and stuff, I'd be like, oh, it's the same thing. Pete Davidson's just playing himself. But he's really not. Like, he's a different character than he is in King of Staten Island. He's irresponsible, and he doesn't learn either. You'd think that he learns, like, oh, he's going to take responsibility, but then, like, he doesn't. But that's so real, you know? It's just such a... It's a good movie. Watch. I highly recommend. Highly recommend. You know? The dad getting mad at him. It's, oh, my God. I could gush about this movie forever. Like I said, I watched it twice this month. I could watch it again right now. This is one of my new favorite movies of all time. Holy shit. I'd really have to think about it, but this may be my new favorite film of all time. Like, I'm not even fucking with y'all. I may have found, like, the top movie of all time right here, right now. And it's so funny that I don't have a lot to say about it. I literally love this. I could do, like, a scene-by-scene analysis of this. The kid gives an amazing performance, too. Like, holy crap. I don't know how old that kid actually is, but he sells it. He freaking sells it, dude. I have hair on my mic. I love this movie, dog. I literally am in love with this movie. Go watch it right now, please. Hulu, out of the ballpark, dog. Hulu made some good movies, bro. Hulu's made some good movies. I'll talk about another one here in a minute. I didn't realize that I was already talking about Palm Spring when I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about one here in a minute. Palm Spring is it's what if, you know, Groundhog Day, but. And a lot of stories do this, the whole Groundhog Day, but... And this one is just like Groundhog Day, but they figure out how to get out of it. It's not just like, oh, but they're at a resort, because, like, the resort really isn't a big part of the plot. Once again, one of those... A nice thought-provoking. I like it when films make me think because of the characters and the journey that the characters go through. This one is really like, what's the meaning of life? You know, I like how Andy Samberg is already like in it. He's already in it. That's originally how Groundhog Day was supposed to start. Actually, with him just in the middle of it, and then we're taken in with this new character to explain it all. And then what's it called? And then we go back to Sandberg, and the whole movie is like, what is life? Like, what's the meaning of life? You know, why do anything? I really kind of hope they ended it without them getting out of the loop and like having to really confront that answer of what is the meaning of life when, you know, you're stuck in this. And that's what they question, and then it becomes, oh, we got to get a way out of this. I do like how they shy away from her planning and figuring it out to go back to Sandberg. It's pretty clever. It's a really good movie. Stuff like this is easy to get repetitive, structure like that, where it's like, oh, we're having fun, and now we're not, and now we found this epic way out. And thankfully it wasn't this epic, like, big deal of them getting out, like, oh, we gotta run away from the explosion. It's just, here's how we're gonna do it. The love story was real. It felt, that's another thing that they could have just screwed up. It's like, oh, y'all are only liking each other because you're literally the only people who are, like, real to each other. But then, like, they made that work in the plot of, wow, we only like each other because we're stuck in this loop. But then they came to the conclusion. It's a fantastic movie. Highly recommend. It's a really good watch. I could see myself watching it again, like, honestly. Hulu, out of the Ballpark Baby. Ballpark Baby. The King of Staten Island. Y'all like how it went from Andy Samberg to Pete Davidson to Andy Samberg to Pete Davidson? It's kind of funny. King of Staten Island. I was kind of inspired to watch this movie after watching Big Time Adolescence. So I think I pirated this movie. I can't remember. Yeah, because it used to be on Hulu, but now it's not. Anyways, I was like, oh, these movies are like the same, and I love that movie so much, so I'm going to love this movie so much. One thing about this movie is it starts off literally going nowhere. It's one of those nothing movies. It doesn't have a plot. It's just, let's follow this guy, you know, in his life. And like I said, he gives a different... I think this is more Pete Davidson than the other character in Big Time Adolescence. Thank God. I thought my mic was not was muted. Thank God it's not. Yeah, but like this... I don't want to say he plays a compelling character. He just plays this like regular dude. And following him... In the beginning, in like the first third of the movie, you're just following Pete Davidson. Like, just following, obviously, his character. And just seeing what he goes through. And I'm like, is this all the movie's going to be? Like, there is no plot structure at all. At all. And it's not like an especially funny movie either. It's not like, oh, I'm watching because the comedy's so funny. I'm just watching it because the character is engaging. You know, it's just a regular life. It's the movie like this that you see that then, like, dude bros can be like, I can make a movie about my life. I went to a party last Friday, and then the next day I woke up, and then Sunday I went to the grocery store. It's like, nobody cares, Brad, about that. That would not make a cool movie. But then when Pete Davidson does it, it's like interesting for some reason. I don't know. The plot really picks up when, I almost said Brad Pitt. When Bill Burr starts like dating his mom, and so then he has like trouble with that, and then they have trouble with each other, and then he kicks him out, or she kicks both of them out. So then he's like, then it took a really unexpected turn. I thought, Brad Bird? What? I thought, how did I just forget his name? The bald guy. Bill Murray? No. What is his name? Damn it, I just said it. Bill Burr. Fuck. Bill Burr. They end up reconnecting back at the station because he then stays with them, and it's like, oh, he's like growing up. Nice. It's a really, like I said, a nice thought-provoking piece. It really makes you think about life and shit. I love movies like that. Pete Davidson, holy shit. I almost watched Marmaduke because of this. The new one on Netflix. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I highly recommend. Way too long. I liked all of it, but like looking back, I was like, did not need to be that long. The whole beginning was just pointless, like literally pointless. There's no need for it at all. I enjoyed it, no doubt, but like it didn't need to be in the film, which is kind of a conundrum. It's like I really liked watching it, so like I don't have a problem with it being in the film, but like it shouldn't be there. You know, I feel like it can deter people. You know, so highly recommend. The Binge. This is a movie I swear to God I'm the only person who's ever seen. I've seen nothing about this online. No like funny clip on TikTok or no like talk of it anywhere. The Binge is what if the purge was a thing, but instead of murdering, it's alcohol and drugs? But then it goes away from that. Then it's more. Then it actually turns into super bad. So like trying to explain this movie to people is like really complicated. It's like it's called the Binge because it's like the purge, but like with drug. Like I just said, it follows these three guys who one day out of the year everything's legal. Like all substances are legal. It takes place in the near future, where it's like, oh, everybody's happy and stuff. But this is the purge, but with drugs. So then this one is all drugs are legal: cocaine, alcohol, and people go nuts. And there's this huge party that people go to that there's a big competition at where you get like plastered, like who can win the plastering contest. Really interesting like plot there, like actually. But then it doesn't follow any of that, and it just follows them getting to the party. Like I said, a super bad kind of scenario, and nothing wrong with that. It's your pretty basic comedy where it's like, oh, the one dude is a party guy who wants to party. The one guy's kind of responsible who wants the girl, and then you got the third guy he's chilling, man. It's a really good film though. Like the comedy isn't like awkward like I thought it was gonna be. You know how movies like this that seem to have like a lower budget nobody's ever heard of, Hulu original. It's like, oh, it's gonna be like Disney Channel, but like a little bit better type of writing. It's not. It's actually competent. It's good. I was never like cringing at any jokes. I was never like, oh, that was just stupid. I was either laughing or like, there's one scene where they do a bunch of drugs, obviously. And okay, they set something up. Okay, spoiler alert. They set something up in the beginning where like, I hear that, my sister said that when you do all these drugs, then you hear people singing. My sister said that you see horses. And then that happens, and there's a whole ass musical number. The musical number is way too long, and it's way overdone. But that makes it so fucking good. It has nothing to do with the plot. It's not like a proper musical number where like characters sing about their feelings through song. No, it's just like, I mean, that's what they do, but it doesn't further the plot anymore. So good, so good. I was like dying. I'm shitting you not. I was dying laughing at that whole scene. Like, what the fuck is going on? At the end, the part with the principal and like father is stupid, because then at the end, they finally get to the party and ask out the girl, and the girl's like, yeah, man, okay. But then that's where the movie should have ended. But then but the whole movie is building up to this big competition. But then like the plot neatly wraps up before the competition, and they're like, oh shit, now we gotta do the competition. And then they do it, and it's just like it's going on for way too long. There's nothing to pay off here, The whole point was to get there. They weren't like, man, when I get there, I really hope I don't have to do cocaine because I'm bad at cocaine. Oh no, I have to do the cocaine. Dude, do the cocaine. Yeah, man, I will. And like overcoming. What the fuck? Overcoming something like that. That never happens. So it's just like that whole end of the film was pointless and stupid. But I really like this film. I really recommend it. Like I said, there was no part where I was like, this is stupid. Highly recommend this song number. Fantastic. The Breakfast Club. This one's a classic. Controversial opinion. I do think this movie is really good, but I also didn't like it in like a weird way. I can't remember any of their names, dude. I know they're classic characters and all, but like the bad boy. Okay, I don't like his character. I don't like it at all. He's a fucking prick. He's a fucking douche. I remember, and I feel like everybody remembers him different. I feel like everybody like remembers that he went through this nice character arc, because obviously he's the main character, but he's a fucking creep. Okay, he's a total dick the whole movie, and even up till the end, where it's like, oh, this is the scene where he finally like, when they're all like sitting down on the second floor, and they're all like legit talking and like opening up. He opens up, and then immediately just shits on everybody else, and just like, fuck you guys, you fucking suck, I fucking hate all of you. And it's like, what the and then he's like, and then he gets the girl. That shit pissed me off, because it's so real. It's so crazy how John Hughes made a movie portraying teenagers so real. Like, this is how they act. Like how the one girl on the basket case lied for no reason, and then immediately like admitted that she was lying. That's character. This is real. Like, these characters are real, and I kind of hate him for it. Like, the bad kid doesn't learn anything, and he doesn't open up. He doesn't open up, and they all are cool with him at the end. And it's so annoying, because it's like he didn't deserve that. He doesn't do anything to... Right? I'm not crazy here, right? He doesn't do anything to make him be like, oh, you're relatable. He's a total dick the whole movie. It's a classic film. I highly recommend watching it. But like, structurally, it's also it's just bad. But like, oh my god, I think it's one of those so bad it's good. Like, I hate these characters. I don't hate these characters. I hate the main character, but I hate him because he's real. That's how people actually are. Fuck, dude. This movie is more like dude, I want to get fucking like baked out of my mind and ramble about this movie for days. I totally could. I totally fucking could, dude. This movie is so crazy. This movie has made me think about not life, but just think about a movie more than any other movie could. I can't describe how it doesn't make sense and it's bad, but that makes it a better movie. God damn it, John Hughes is so smart. I gotta go on a John Hughes binge, damn it. Fuck. This movie's so god-awfully good, dude. Watch it. Just watch The Breakfast Club. It's a classic. It's a classic for the wrong reasons, though. Dude, I should make my own video about this movie, man. God. Pineapple Express. Okay, so y'all all see the kind of theme of this first half of the list. Yeah, I kind of went on like a, what's it called? A stoner, what are they called? Stoner movies? Stoner comedy movies, for a while. So I was like, I need to look for, just because I was watching them on Hulu, and Hulu kept recommending them to me. And I was like, you know what? Pineapple Express is like the most popular one. So let's watch Pineapple Express. Dude, this movie is, I don't know how to describe it. It's one of those like so bad it's good. Not like The Breakfast Club, but like in the fact that it's just a bad movie, but I love it. I don't see myself watching it again anytime soon. But like James Franco is like fantastic in this movie. Dude got me dying through the whole movie. Seth Rogen is also like, yeah, it's funny. This movie is just funny. I don't know how to. But they should have at the end. They should have burnt. They're in this like weed like farm. They should have burnt that sooner and then have the whole fight be them just high out of their minds rather than just at the end like everyone's high. That would have been funnier. Totally thought they were. They kept killing the one dude. I think his name is Red. They kept killing him and bringing him back to life. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but like you're not surviving that. I get that's the joke, but like it got to an absurd point where I couldn't laugh anymore because then it put no weight on the actual characters like getting hurt and stuff. So I was like, okay, no. It's a good movie. I'd recommend it if you're into stoner comedy. I'd recommend it if you're just like comedy movies in general. Like I said, James Franco and Seth Rogen gave really good performances. I talked to some friends about this. I'm like, do you think actors actually get high when they film stuff like this? Like, obviously it's not CGI that they're smoking, but like, do they smoke it and immediately like chug a bunch of water, or do they just stay high on set? Because like, I could totally see it, like the whole thing of this movie, just Seth Rogen and James Franco getting high and kind of having a script. That makes the movie so much more funnier to me. Anyway, I don't know. Didn't have a lot to say about this one. Like I said, we recommend if you're into stuff like that. Lightyear. I've got a bone to pick with this. With you. Lightyear is a fantastic film. I'd say top 10 Pixar. I said it. Probably top 10 Pixar. Probably like top 7. I wouldn't go with top 5 because there's like 3 Toy Story movies. But dude, this movie is fantastic. Honestly, I loved it. I love the little callbacks to the. That's how you do fan service right, bro. When he popped out, the wings spread out, and he's like, "Not today, Zurg." It's like it's a callback and it's fan service, but like done right. It wasn't just there like, oh, he said the thing. It's like it matches the character, it matches the stuff. Dude, this movie is so good. I feel like everybody's dissing it. They're like, this movie doesn't make sense because if it came out when Andy was a kid, it wouldn't look like that. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? It's an animated movie. Disband your belief for like 2 seconds. It's just a cute little thing that they put at the beginning of the movie. That's like the whole reason people are shitting on this movie. That and like the gay scene wasn't even a gay scene, dog. Oh my god, it's so annoying that people are not seeing. It's bumming me out that people aren't watching this. They set up a sequel, and I really hope we get it. Maybe I'm just a crazy Buzz Lightyear fan, bro. Because, like, I love Buzz Lightyear. I hate that Buzz Lightyear didn't get more attention in, like, past Toy Story 1. I loved the Star Commander show when I was little, and I love this movie. Like, I legit love, I'm not even kidding when I said top 10. Like, probably top 7, not top 5. Probably, like, oh my god, I had to go through Pixar, and I'm still on a Pixar, like, binge. I'm still reviewish, I mean. But, like, dude, this movie is good. I swear to God, the space fantasy of it is so good. I don't watch a lot of, like, space fantasy movies like this, but, like, dude, I just fucking, this one made me want to watch more like that. Like, the Mars one and Interstellar and stuff like that. I don't know. This movie's good. I swear to God, this movie's good. I love it. I love the animation. I love how it looks. I love how it looks real, but like not. Chris Evans is fantastic. I liked all the characters. I did not like a character. The twist with the villain was like, yeah, man, sure. There's some weird holes in it, but like, if you have a, he wasn't no like thought-provoking, compelling character or nothing, but like, I don't think he was supposed to be. I just like this movie. Please go watch it. Ted 2, Ted 1 is on Hulu, but not Ted 2, which pisses me off. Oh my god, I'm gonna make a rant video about that. It's gonna be like, only like 7 minutes long, but, okay, anyways. Ted 2, it's a fun film. A lot of people don't like it as much as the original, but like, I like it more than the first Ted, because, yeah, people are like, oh, there's not really a plot. I don't care that there's not a plot, because it properly builds on itself, which keeps the flow of the movie good. You know, there needs to be 3-act structure. I kind of like this whole, like, stream, like, a stream. They need more, like, stream movies like this, where there's not a beginning, middle, end. There's just event, conclusion, you know? Because, like, I feel like Ted 2 is a good example of it done right. I don't know. It's not some, like film masterpiece or, like, hidden gem. It's a dumb movie about a talking, swearing bear. But like I said, it properly builds on itself. Oh, they get married, they're fighting, they want a kid. Okay, so now we gotta do this to get so he wants a kid. Oh, we can't have a kid. Let's get the sperm to get a kid. We got the sperm. Or that's failed. We can't get the sperm. Oh, some people are like, oh, that makes the early parts of the movie useless. I don't know. I think it just makes the movie feel real. Like, just events. I don't know. If you have the events in the movie be interesting, that's okay. And like I said, they perfectly go into each other. Okay, we got the sperm. Oh, turns out you're infertile. So, infertile? Infertile, is that the right thing? I don't want to be offensive. Turns out you can't have kids, so it doesn't even matter. No big deal, we'll adopt. Oh, you want to adopt? Well, turns out because you want to adopt, you're not a person. And that's where the main bulk of the story happens. It's like, oh, we got to get a person. Let's go do the trial. Oh, the trial failed. Now let's get a better lawyer. This lawyer doesn't. That's the part that kind of is annoying, where it's like the lawyer is just like, no. They're like, shit. Let's wander around in New York. Comic-Con. Let's go. Wow, because that doesn't really go into each other. Like I said, it works until it doesn't. The system works until it doesn't. When it's building off each other, it works fine. But they're like, man, we can't get the lawyer. Let's wander around Comic-Con, you know? It's like, what the fuck? And then the dude's just like, and it kind of builds where he saves him, and he's like, I saw you save him. Let's do it. But, like, that's kind of a stretch. So that's where it doesn't work, is the ending. But, like, you know, the rest of the movie's good. 30 minutes or less. This one I only watched because it was hella recommended to me on Hulu. Is this based off the true story? Dude, that's messed up if it is. The true story, like, because that's like a tragedy. Imagine if, like, they made a comedy about, like, a school shooting or something. This isn't based, this has to be a coincidence, right? Anyways, this movie's mid. Like, totally just like, I'm not watching it again anytime soon. Jesse Eisenberg does a fine job in this movie. He's a better actor than this. This really did feel like some, like, straight-to-DVD bullcrap. I don't want to talk about it. It's mid. It's blech. You know, it's not really funny. I was never, like, laughing at any of the jokes, but I was never like, I was just kind of, I wanted to turn it off. I was just like, I don't need to watch this. But I was like, you know, whatever. It's so basic, bro. It's so by the numbers. They, like, get the girl in the end. It's just like, did you really just do that? Just have a shitty forced romance? It's just like, so ass, bro. I don't care about these characters. I don't know their names. I don't care. That's my review of this movie. I don't give a shit. Grown-Ups. Back to Adam Sandler. I've never seen Grown-Ups before, or Grown-Ups 2. This is also just a series of events, but unlike Ted 2, they're completely random. I know the joke of like, oh, Adam Sandler only makes movies so him and his friends can go on vacation. But dude, I didn't understand that joke until I watched this movie. I mean, even like That's My Boy. They're like chilling at this like resort, like nice house. I'm like, that's pretty funny. You know, I get it. But this movie literally was just like, hey, you all my friends. Fuck, that was a bad Adam Sandler. I could do a better Adam Sandler if I heard him. He's like, hey, you guys are all my friends. What if we just got a lake house for the weekend? Yeah, man. And then they get to the lake house and I'm like, shit, this is a lot of fucking money that I don't want to pull out of my bank account. Yo, get a camera crew down here so we can just use their earnings from the movie to pay for this lake house for the weekend. Sick. That's what it feels like. That's legit what it feels like. There's no plot. They kind of want a plot, but it doesn't happen, and then they play basketball. Literally, this movie just feels like a regular, like, weekend vacation with Adam Sandler. That's what they should have called it. Grown-ups? The synopsis was like, Adam Sandler and some longtime friends go to a lake house for the weekend and learn what it's like to be a kid again. No, they don't. That's literally a lie. There's no plot to this movie at all. Literally no plot. There is no structure at all. You can say it's like, oh, basketball, but it's really just like they were on a basketball team and then the other people want them to play, so they play. That's not a plot. There's no plot. They should have just called it Weekend with Adam Sandler. A weekend with, and then whatever the guy's name is. A Weekend with the Boys. That's what they should have called it. A Weekend with the Boys, not grown-ups. The fuck? So, funny story, at school, when this movie first came out, they were doing hella ads for it. I was like, I kind of want to see that. Like, and then it became like this meme for me to like, man, I'm kind of hyped for Sing 2. You just like, for no reason, kind of like hype. And then like, I kept getting clips of it all over TikTok where it'd be like the finale. And we all already knew the ending because of the trailers. Like, literally the trailer shows the ending. It shows it's a short film, the trailer. I'm getting really dizzy. It shows the trailers, the whole thing in the trailer. It shows the whole movie in the trailer. What the fuck? Like, I've never seen a movie be spoiled that bad. What is that noise outside? Somebody's driving up on my land, I think. What the hell? What is vibrating? But what the fuck is going on? That was weird. The whole ground just vibrated. Anyway, Sing 2 is shit. Mid as fuck, garbage movie. Sorry, I didn't even send this. I spent more time in the segment talking about what was going on outside. I don't like this movie. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is also shit. It doesn't have characters. It just has robots who say lines. The voice acting isn't bad, but the script is bad. The script is very bad. You know, the writing is not good. Like, this came from the Lego Movie and the other people who did good. I remember Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs being way better than this. It's on Netflix, the first one, so I'm probably gonna watch that. See you in July. But like, this was not good. Why was this not good, man? This is supposed to be good. The animation was fun to watch. I hate Barb's design. I fucking hate that goddamn monkey. Fucking hate it. God, she looks so weird with her long ass arms and short ass feet, big ass butt. What the fuck is that? What is that? Anyways, I don't like this movie. We kind of been on a bad streak here. Let's just finish with the banger, please. Oh, the banger we got a fucking banger to end it with. Oh my god. I really liked Elvis a lot. I was kind of hyped for it, but then I remember seeing the runtime. I was like, 3 hours, but why? What? I used to be an Elvis fan back in the day. I know how. I used to play guitar. I used to do guitar lessons. Not for long. I learned one song, and that was Jailhouse Rock. I shit you not. I haven't picked up a guitar in forever, so I probably don't know how to play it anymore. But until then, I know how to play Guitar House Rock. Guitar House Rock? Jailhouse Rock on guitar, so you know, I get bitches. Anyways, I wish this movie went more into the second half of his life too, of his fame. It really, thankfully, it didn't do the whole like childhood thing, and then like he gets to star and they speed run through the. No, they did his like actual stuff. Really good biopic. Everyone acts great. Nobody doesn't act good in this. Don't let anybody tell you that. Like I said, I wish it went in the second half. They kind of do speed run through like the part where he did start taking the drugs and getting a little fat, you know. they got to that point, and I was like, okay, now we know the gist of it. Let's continue on. Let's hurry up. I really wanted to see him dying on the goddamn toilet, bro. That 4-month constipation. Love to see it. It's a fantastic movie. Like I said, with movies that I really love, it's harder to talk about. But yeah, this was a really good movie. The pacing was fantastic. Let me just say that I was dead tired. I have an awful sleeping schedule right now, and I was dead tired when I went into this movie. I'm like, I am only kind of hyped for this movie. It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours long. If I get into this movie and I pass out, I'm perfectly fine with that. I get in the movie and I'm like, here we go. I got the chair ready. I kind of positioned my neck to where it wouldn't hurt if I fell asleep. I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna pass out. Boom! The movie starts. The beginning of the movie is fucking nuts. Like, just the editing, the whooshing, the lights. I'm like, holy shit. And that opening got me through the movie. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that opening got me through the whole movie. I watched a lot of movies in June. I couldn't tell you why. I don't think I'm going to be watching as many movies in... did I say July? I meant June. I don't think I'm going to be watching as many movies in July, so, I watched 4 movies in April, and then I watched, 13 this month. You notice that a lot of them I didn't really talk long about, especially in the second, later on. That's because some of them were just not good, so I didn't have a lot to say. Some of them were good, so I didn't have a lot to say. And then just, I don't know. I didn't care. These movies, like I said, this wasn't reviews. This is mainly just a quick ramble about these movies. But anyways, I do this every month. So if you like this content for whatever, subscribe. I'm mainly doing this. So subscribe if you want, I guess. I'm not a political channel who only talks about Greta Thunberg. So, cool beans. Hope you have a great day.